Hey, what's up guys? Daniel back again here. So I got another really difficult pistol drill for you, but I've modified it so pretty much anybody can do it, okay? This drill is called the Modified Gauntlet. So I gave you guys a video on the Gauntlet, but now we're gonna do one on the Modified Gauntlet. Here's what makes this one different. I shoot the same number of rounds at the same target, but now, oh yeah, I incorporate strong hand, and oh yeah, it's coming, weak hand. Okay, so now I'm incorporating all three elements of my static shooting. So I shoot one round, two hands, I shoot one round strong hand, and then I switch and shoot my final shot weak hand. Now I do that each segment at the 5-yard line, the 7-yard line, and the 10-yard line. Once I've gotten back to the 10, I move back up to the 7 and then finish back at the 5. So again, I'm gonna shoot one round two hands, one round strong hand, and one round weak hand, and that's when I would advance to my next distance. Okay, now there is a caveat to this. I'm gonna do this under a bit of time pressure, but you guys don't have to, okay? I'm gonna make it a little more difficult. If you don't wanna run this on a timer, or you don't think your skill level is high enough to do this with a timer, you can modify this and leave time out of the equation, all right? Now for the purposes of this drill, I'm just gonna try to keep everything in the black circle, but I could modify it even further and run a point system if I really wanted to, okay? I run point systems, and also I could run a point system and coming out of the holster under a time constraint, which I do in a lot of my classes. A lot of my students really embrace the suck if we come out of the holster with a time constraint, okay? So many different ways you can do this, but let's shoot it from compress ready, and let's see what we got. Two hands. Bastard. All right, guys, let's go look at them, see what we got. Had one just squeak outside of the circle. I know exactly what round that was. That was one of my weak hand shots at distance. But all in all, I'm happy with that because remember, I did that under time constraints and my time that I set myself to was right about 3.5 seconds, okay? So remember, you can make that more difficult or you can make it easier. You can shoot it from the holster or you can shoot it like I did from compress ready. But just set yourself a standard, and in this case, just try to keep it in the black if you can, right? Now, if I do this with no time limit, it should be super easy to keep everything in the black. But I threw one, that tells me I went too fast, or I still got work to do on some speed stuff with this hand. Now remember, there's several different elements that we gotta keep into account here, okay? When I'm shooting weak hand, we don't normally spend a lot of time shooting weak hand, okay? So we need to make sure that we take our time. If you go over time, it's no big deal, okay? I rushed a shot, stuff happens, okay? And it cost me. I made time, but I missed my shot, okay? When you're shooting weak hand or strong hand, you never wanna break the center line of your body, okay? Because if the gun recoils, breaks the center line of my body, it's gonna affect how it recoils, and it's gonna affect how it comes back into my natural line of sight, okay? So I don't wanna do that, all right? A few quick tips to be able to help you get better at shooting this drill, in my opinion. Really good skills drill because we found a way to incorporate all three fundamentals, essentially from two hands, strong hand and weak hand, into one drill. And you can go crazy with mods if you really felt like it, okay? So again, Modified Gauntlet. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Stay safe.